Hello there, this is Patrick, Reclaim's co-founder, and I am thrilled to introduce you to the next generation version of Reclaim. We built this platform from the ground up to take the best of the original Reclaim product, which does a bunch of wonderful behind-the-scenes agentic scheduling, and introduce it to also work really well with chat-based interfaces, either our chat as well as third-party chat systems, to do really complex scheduling workflows that historically needed full human supervision and now can be done with just a few clicks. I want to dive into both of those things and show you how it all works. We'll start by interacting with the chat. What you see here is a standard chat interface, and I'm going to ask it to find me time to meet with a colleague. Okay, so there's my request, and I'm going to send that in. I also want to note that if you go into integration settings while this is running, you will see integration into OpenAI, ChatGPT, Claude Code, Cursor, and others. So everything I'm showing you here, we have instructions for how to also bring into those platforms as well, which we're really proud of. So as you can see, Reclaim was able to find the time quickly for me. It understood who I meant when I said Nick, because we also give it access to not only your calendar, which includes who you've met with before, but also things like your contacts, the employee directory in your company, and so on. And so it works really well. But the really important thing I want to call out is this new preview mode. And this is really important because it's how we made sure that whether you're working with your calendar through Claude or you're doing it in our own interface, that you have full confidence that you're always in control. That is, the chat AI system is able to draft up changes, but never apply them directly without your human review. And so as you can see here, when I turn preview mode off, we're highlighting that there is a pending change, but that additional changes could apply, or I could go ahead and discard them. I'm going to switch over now to show you some of the full automation, because this is automation done with a human review, and we're going to look again at that in more complex scenarios. But I want to also show you how Reclaim's full automation works in the form of agents. So agents are things like habits you want to do on a regular basis, or blocks of time you want to create on your calendar, things like prep for meetings, or defending your calendar from getting overloaded, or as simple as just getting a lunch break every day so that you can have your day broken up and be really focused as you get back to work in the afternoon. So here you can see I created a lunch habit, and you can see how it automatically adapted to my calendar. And again, it's in preview mode. It is not actually applied on the calendar. I'm going to go ahead and add one more agent. This one is going to be about meeting prep. And you can see here, the meeting prep is also previewed, not available yet, and I can go ahead and apply it once I'm comfortable with the settings. Actually, before I do that, I want to tweak the meeting prep. I don't need 30 minutes, so I'm going to drop it down to 15 minutes. I just want you to see there's a lot of great settings in here, including really advanced capabilities to focus certain buffer times and decompression times and habits and whatnot. So I encourage you to click into all of your agents and really play with them. Next up, I want to talk about getting things done. And what I mean by that is Reclaim is here to help you not only with the scheduling on your calendar, but it's also here to help you focus on what you have to do during that schedule. So in this case, what we're looking at is that I blocked out my afternoon to do some really important work. It's the time of year where I am doing performance reviews for my team, and I have to be thoughtful and take the time to write up everything that they've been doing really great and any places I can help them grow and learn. So this is important, focused work. And you can see that I've captured some of the tasks that I need to get done in a third-party system, in this case, Google Tasks, but we also support integrations with ClickUp, Asana, Jira, Todoist, and Linear. So what we are doing with our Reclaim task system is we are giving you the opportunity to capture some simple tasks yourself, if you just want to log them directly in Reclaim. But we are also, there you go, you can see, because it is now 2:30 and I'm meant to work on certain tasks, it's suggesting that these tasks are ready to work on. So you click that button and you can see that it's now reaching out to those systems. It recognizes that what is on the calendar in this case, and that provides that as important context to to surface up the things that matter most to me. So I might have other related tasks. You can certainly see there's a lot of things on my plate, but in particular, I earmarked this time for performance reviews. And so we should see here momentarily that we will surface up the right things at the right time, helping you stay focused. And there they are. So it automatically detected that I have a number of things to get done, and I could just start working on them right away. So I can click play, I start a timer. When I stop the timer, I get the opportunity to log work to my calendar if I want to, and ultimately can check off these items. And they also queue up in that same preview mode that you saw earlier. So there's a lot of really great functionality around tasks that I would encourage you to explore. And then lastly, I want to highlight one more great proactive capability. You saw one in the form of tasks. The other one is in the form of highlighting and solving issues on your calendar. So we briefly saw it here, but I want to pause for a moment to these special kinds of agents called meeting quality. Most of the agents in our agent library are all about taking action, blocking time before or after meetings, defending your calendar from meeting overload, making room for important work and personal habits. But we also have ones that will highlight issues for you and resolve those, and in some cases auto-resolve if you have them enabled. And so if we look over here, I have one called event conflicts. And if we click in on these issues, you can see that the event conflicts are getting surfaced up, like in this case. And what's really great about Reclaim is that we will proactively highlight these issues. We do it in the UI here, as well as in an email and a Slack message that we send to you every day as part of a daily digest. And not just highlight the issues, but actually help you automatically resolve them. And so in this case, I click that button, and in a few moments, you'll start to see that we are recognizing, for example, that Hal and Bob Project Sync was missing a video conference, which could have created some awkward moments, that the go-to-market meeting was in conflict with my customer meeting, and we automatically moved it as a suggested change. Now I can go ahead and decline those suggestions, or I can go ahead and accept them and send them through. So as you get comfortable with Reclaim and you start to see the suggestions, the proactive suggestions that it's making, you will find that you can usually click and approve the changes with high degree of confidence so that you have both full control over what's happening, but the intelligence of an AI assistant helping you get through your day. So this is just a sneak peek at some of the capabilities that we have. There are a bunch of capabilities beyond this that exist within Reclaim. I would definitely encourage you to spend time in the chat. You can also tell the chat what's important to you, and it will save those as memories and use those to influence the scheduling decisions and the tasks that it suggests for you to work. So for example, tell it that there's an important project this week to focus on, and it will automatically find the issues relevant to that in your third-party task systems and recommend them at the right time. Similarly, tell it which meetings you generally like to move or don't like to move, and Reclaim will weave that in to the recommendations it makes, just like you saw here. All right, I really hope you enjoy Reclaim. Please let us know what you think, and we're really glad to have you on the platform. Take care. Bye-bye.